Всем доброго времени суток. Продолжим колдовать в мире Гарри Поттера. Это Sanruba Games. Далее. Дальше. Рефон. Не знаю, все нормально у меня.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch.
Я заменил файл TLSS и все хорошо стало. Его скачал на сайте техноап и все.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Я сейчас скину. Сейчас не найду просто сам. Я тебе файл просто скину.
Let's go.
Потом, после стрима.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Или напиши
Ranrock is
вот.
working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well.
Вот я тебе написал, что скачать.
Now, what can I... Oh,
Файл
there's a face I
заменяешь,
haven't seen before.
и все вроде нормально.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are...
Брумс.
How timely.
Нет, это не побочка.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now?
Игра.
Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me.
А ну-ка, пошел вон отсюда.
I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus.
Где это
The 3
побочка?
broomsticks isn't what it used to be.
Сходить в Хогвартс, это в
Let's take
побочка.
our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink
Это не
butterbeer
побочка.
forever.
Не знаю, кто там что говорил. Это основной сюжет.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
Говорят, что кур дает. Смотри, это основной сюжет. Вот этой штукой. помечен только основной сюжет. Где тут? Задание. Добро пожаловать в Хогвартс. Основной сюжет? Где? Это же основной сюжет. Посетите свой первый день занятий в Хогвартсе. Мне насрать на эти паблики. Сами ни хрена не знаем. Так. А, вот тут что-то. Давай сюда. Там что-то есть. Блин.
I am certainly glad Sirona was there.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want to understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I don't want her to worry.
Так, что тут? На ночь вы должны вернуться в гостиную. Да, я видел. Так, сюда. Погоди, куда? Гостиная где? Да. Нет? Да. Да. Нет. Да. Вот. Гостиная Слизерина. На изи. Там лямбу. Думаю, не догонит. Гостиная Слизерина. Все, я понял. Это позиционирует, короче, это было побочное задание, но которое нужно было пройти обязательно. Вот в чем прикол. То есть, не знаю, к сюжету оно не сильно относится, тебе просто нужно взять какие-то штуки там. Так, чё, куда мне идти теперь? Текс. Тут красиво у них. Здорово, енот. Здорово, енот. Он тут и сидит. Фишки у тебя снизу появляются. А я не помню, но вроде появлялись. Так, ладно. Вместить что-то. Я не помню, если честно. Даже если не появляются, то появятся. Там на релизе 10 числа. Это нормально, что их сейчас нет. Всегда так было. Да, гробовщик. О, спасибо за отслеживание гробовщиков. Спасибо. Здорово. Так, куда тут? И снова ты узник Азгабана. Ну да. Есть такой момент. Азгабан меня поборол. Привет. Так, а, вот тут. Ужух. Азгабан. Так, тут мне нужно найти эту штучку. Я знаю, что она где-то здесь. Так, вот тут, по-моему. Вот он, да. Юх. Есть, да. Одеяло. Жопа кабана. Но... как Дольче Габбана. Жопа кабана. Да-да-да. Жопа. О, не следят за мной. Следи за мной. Наверх нужно идти. Жопа. Глаз на жопу. Так, тут что? А, вот, погнали. Тут ничего нет? А, вот что-то лежит. Да. Тут я тоже стартеры были. Статтеры. Что значит статтеры? Что такое статтеры?
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I
Да
overheard
я мне
Ranrock
как-то
talking with
найти
Vic to
микрофрезы.
Rookwood.
Вообще похер.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade.
Были не
With
микро.
Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me.
Были
And he would
просадки.
have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor
Кстати,
banker,
там
the goblins at Gringotts are no
сравнение
followers of
16
Ranrock.
32 гигабайт оперативки. Нужно 32, короче.
They're
С
after the
16
locket.
вообще конкретной фрезы.
You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
Здорово,
But sir,
Артемий.
how dangerous could the library be?
Как они дела?
Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Нет. Найди файл. Найди какой же файл в папке игры. Измени его. Город. Здорово. Здорово. Всем спасибо, что зашли. Не забывайте ставить эти сердечки. Сердешечки.
I don't think I can do this now. Best to
Так,
come
у меня
back.
закрыто. Так, нужно что-то тут. Вот это. Эй, погоди, что? Вот к ней нужно.
don't think I'm ready for this just yet.
Что такое?
Revelio.
Ревелио. Поехали.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ищем. О, тут что-то. О, сундучок в туалетике. О, у меня в отражении нету. Фига себе тут. В ложке кто-то самогон варит, смотрите. Нормально так. Самогон варит. Прикольно. Разобрался ли? Русланчик, разобрался ли?
Revelio.
Вперед. Вперед. О, вон там наверху что-то. Тут что-то можно.
I believe we have some matters to do.
Ищу, он прямо так же называется. Его надо заменить.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Так, мне нужно победить в 2 раундах скрещения палочек и комбинацию.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Might some kind soul help me?
Он не вообще. Сейчас проверю. Ну давай. А у тебя оперативок сколько, кстати? Блин, вот это, конечно, хреново. Может, из-за этого фризит.
Revelio.
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you Praxia mole? As long as 'twere only 1 time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peas will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have 1 weekly swim.
Тут еще что-то.
Revelio.
Я вижу все. Я все вижу. И вот тут что-то. Ну да.
Levioso. Lumos.
Ого, вариант 2. У меня 32, да. Ну, что скоро нужно будет еще прикупать.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there. Accio. Reparo. Levioso.
Нравится
Revelio.
Нет. Зато есть ты. Давай.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Spectacular.
We'll make you regret signing up.
Я не хороший. Кто сказал, что я хороший?
Act like a winner.
А давай.
Levioso. Levioso. Levioso.
There goes my wager.
Fringo. Is that all you've got? Levioso.
Это что за норма?
Accio. Fringo. Bingo.
Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Вот так тебя.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Давай еще. Окей.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Давай. Это что такое? Так, 4.
That's it!
Levioso.
Excellent form!
Так, Акио.
Levioso. Accio.
Good one! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Так, это готово. Давай еще.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed?
О,
Apologies in advance.
ничего себе. Алло. А вот и оно.
Stupefy.
Leviosa!
Stupefy.
Freedom! You're better than that!
Potato. Stupefy.
There goes my way.
Leviosa!
Stupefy.
Don't shy away now.
Stupefy.
Accio! Leviosa!
Stupefy.
Act like a winner.
Stupefy.
Accio! Leviosa!
Come on.
Accio!
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Жух.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Assignment's all finished.
Еще раунд. Так, ну это потом с этими вернемся еще. Так, ну чё тут? Аки. Акцию. Люмус. Tego.
Revelio!
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Так, тетя, давай.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hackett.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate. And keep your wand steady.
Здорово, здорово, здорово. Приветствую, здорово. Секретная башня. Так, заклинания.
Feel free to practice in the classroom before you go. I've set up a few targets for you.
Да. Задание завершено. Так, что дальше? Ну шо, как? Да нормально, как играем. Я тут что-нибудь найдем. Кос фига. Лучики врубил. Я.
Might some kind soul help me?
Без лучиков нормально. Это у тебя 40-90, у меня 30-80. Да ладно, потом поковыряю. Говорят. Что тут? Подождем. Твою маму.
Ah, there you are.
Подождем. Так, и чё? Давай, болтаем.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've
Да, у
taken
меня
rather
тоже
well
просадки
to your
есть.
new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would
Давай,
think
давай,
that after all
спокойно.
the trouble you
Давай.
caused me with
Спасибо, что
Osric, you'd be
зашел.
eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Office is very bad.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Секреты. Секретики. Ну пошли.
Revelio.
Ничего нет? Ничего нет. Нет.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Себастьян есть такой. Себастьян. Вот они просадочки. О, на лестнице, наверное.
Sebastian, there you are. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books. So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Так, ну теперь нам нужно виадук.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. the disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Так. Давай. Так. Наверное, пара мне не нужна будет. Поэтому возьмем где-то туда. Невидимость. Погнали, обходим.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well.
Нас не видно. Да, нас никто не заметил.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. Damn.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Тик-тик-тик. Так, ты меня не видишь? Или видишь?
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Бабуля. А где бабуля? Я за ней. Замеченные как Стив. Тут какого?
That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book?
Книгу.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
А, вот тут вот. Призраки.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Призраки.
Wander in the restricted section at this hour.
Спалила нас. Ах ты жук. Нифига ты поймал меня. Ну ладно.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Да я понял уже.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
не
Should be in the
смотри
clear. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Как саквояж. Нифига себе, прикольно. Так, а что? Стой, так, так.
Who have we here? Sebastian Cello and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Какой уродец.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Привет, Лука. Спасибо, что зашел.
Lumos. Reparo.
Так. Монетки. Пойдем-ка вниз. Вниз, 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 вниз. И тут мы возьмем, кстати, лучше репаром не надо. Так, иллюминатор. Ну да, вот так вот возьмем. Вот так вот.
Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to it.
О.
Revelio.
Под водой. Я под водой? Я что, под водой? Королевское темное пальто. Нифига себе. Чё за... Легендарный 7 уровень. А у меня еще... А у меня нет уровня, да? Понятно. У меня еще и уровня-то нет.
Where might this lead?
Войти должна уже. А. Войдите.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Ваша способность использовать древние маги накапливается при успешном Атаки. Еще можно вот это, да?
Revelio.
Так. Так. Давай чуть.
Levioso. Protego. Stupefy.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Шапка первокурсника. Не хочу ходить в шапке. Так, готовились.
Revelio.
Прикольный бой.
It is a book after all.
Боевка прикольная прям. Жми много кнопок.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald? Professor Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach.
Welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too, but we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
Привет.
The whispers or traces that appear when a
Привет, ростовским
particular
парням.
form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Добрый взгляд какой-то этой девчонки.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Чё это на мне? Так, да, идти-то. Выходить, что ли, отсюда? А, вот.
Revelio.
Тут какая-то хрень летала. Давай сюда. А, это то, что не светится, да? Блин. Шарады эти. Это что? А, это просто отливается цвет. Тут вот этот хрен. Если я переверну.
Revelio.
А это что? Какие там варианты? Вот это есть, это есть. Это есть, не хватает кого. Паука нет. Паука нет, это 10. О, что-то какие-то шарады, прям интересно. Это есть. Вот это нет. Может вот так? Вот это нет. Нет, ни хрена. Ну ладно, потом разберемся. Кровь.
Revelio.
Что-то. А, вот тут, наверное, вход в эту хрень. А это что такое? Что это такое? Не понимаю. Так, ладно, погнали. Да, нам надо реально. К фигу. Фигу так фигу.
Revelio.
Помнишь фигу? Фигу. Вон там что-то есть. Начинает просыпаться, походу. Просыпайся.
Revelio.
Так, дальше поехали. Камеру забыл выключить, включить. А камеру-то я забыл.
Revelio.
А камеру-то я забыл включить, ё-моё.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Воля. Это что такое?
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
А это кто такой?
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Испытание. Если что я не забрал. Ты чё не забрал? Вот здесь. Ага. Коллекции. Не собирал. Хогвартс. Нормально так тут. Всяких коллекций. Дополнительный контент. Когда его использовать можно, что-то я не очень понимаю. Да одна и только нашел одну. Какие-то эти часовой омута памяти. Память там часовые есть. Офигеть. И чё? О, прикольно. Колпак с головы сорвал. И верите, мой колпак изменит внешний вид. Опа. Имя. Я такого не видел. Ну ладно. Коллект. Прикольно ее. Капюшоном. С капюшоном. Тут что у меня есть? Легендарная накидка. Антитемное искусство. Прикольно. Фанатов факультета. Мне как бы вот это. Ну это, кстати, прикольно. Давай я попробую. Аксессуар для лица. Ничего нет. Так, и это можно изменить. А, вот оно где это все. О. Я буду пожирателем смерти. Или как он там называется? Паров темных искусств. Давай вот это. Там что тут? Вот оно что. Да ну что. А я и не понял, что это такое-то. Оказывается, вот оно. Здорово, колючий. Здорово. Так, а тут у меня, оказывается, это темных искусств. Гарнизонная шляпа. О. Чем мы тут принарядимся, ё-моё. Так, летающий метла. Метлы у меня еще нет. Ну, пошли дальше, походу. По ходу пьесы сейчас разберемся.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Wow. Так, занятия по травологии и экспеллиармус. Экспеллиармус. Остолбеней давай. Давайте-ка зайдем вот сюда. Что еще там? Что надо-то еще? Вот это. С того времени показать, что ты стоишь на дверях. Мы потом к тебе зайдем. Профессор Фиг и Уизли попросили меня обучить вас одного защитного. Спрятался. Остолбеней. Понятно.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you.
Чего это? Это карта. Да? Это карта, что ли? Как? Смотри. Такая большая. Карта такая довольно-таки большая. Ну ладно.
Additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Давай, давай, как к тебе пойти? Кто? Так, куда идти-то, что я не понимаю? Где профессор-то? Да. Тайник в замке со второго памля. Нет, не здесь. Погоди.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Это Рон. Нет, не надо.
Oi, can you help me?
Короче, я не понимаю пока, куда идти. Сейчас будем вот это вот. Занятие травологии. Санька, Санька, Сашка, Александр. Привет, привет. Привет, привет, привет. Я тут... А я вот тут балуюсь Гарри Поттером. На телефоне 2. Окей, ничего страшного. Спасибо, что забежал. Какой у меня наряд. Прикольный. Темные силы надо мной.
Revelio.
Виксит, здорово. Спасибо, что зашел.
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Тут ничего нет. Ничего не летает. Интересно. А это что за хрень? Что это такое? Ух ты, что это такое?
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Lumos. Levioso.
Нет.
Accio.
Что это?
Incendio.
Нифига. Прикольно. Что-то собрал, какую-то хрень.
If only Black had the power.
Информер.
Revelio.
I reckon Sebastian did not expect such a sound defeat in defense against the dark arts.
Гриффиндор пришел. Гриффиндор, ладно. Ну тут не летают эти.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
О, прикольно.
Good morning, Professor Garlic. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
Давай.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we?
Как раз собираю
First,
на
let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Погнали.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and catch out the chorus!
Мандрагора. Азгабана.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Revelio.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
Соберем тут все.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very idea.
Have you ever had a cauldron leap?
Revelio.
Прикольно, кто это такое? А ты тут что делаешь?
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrake.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Lumos.
Фига не зарабатывает.
Revelio.
Тут что-то лежит.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Сейчас подойду. Садить семена бадьяна. Будет готово через 10 минут.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. No offense. Sorry.
Revelio.
Вот тут что-то растет. Какая фигня растет. Давай. Ищу.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a thumb once. Don't worry. Nurse Blaney put it back on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Нужно. Так. Манекен с помощью жвачек. Не понял, а как? А, вот.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Так, чё?
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Leander, что-то знакомое.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
Так, что тут? Это большие штуки. Так, ну-ка. Куда дальше? А, вниз? Не понял, куда?
Revelio.
То вниз, то наверх. Вот сюда. А, вот. Затянуло конкретно. Ну и отлично. Играй давай.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves,
Еще растет.
I shall end our lesson here.
Воденчик.
Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
Давай.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they?
Привет, спасибо, что
I hope they
заглянула.
weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new
Это
students.
чистый сюжет. Ну а что тут еще делать? По этим бегать, что ли?
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pot.
Revelio.
Damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand.
Профессор Чеснок, да-да. Именно так. Так, да. Чё? Зельеварение, давай. Умиротворение.
Revelio.
Нет.
I say, teach me everything goes. In fact, if Hecate doesn't hurry up and teach me these curious
Я в курсе.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
интересно. То, что это еще обучение, это понятное дело.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that.
Revelio.
Нет? Опа. 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 Это что такое? Девятый уровень. Кась. Инвентарь. Зелье варенье. Так. Зелье варенье, это хорошо. Давай. Погнали.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own.
Магистр темных сил.
You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Red inside.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Сука. Ой-ой-ой. Не выпить. Два раза перед сном принимать. Два раза перед сном, и боль пройдет.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Дед инсайд. Соберите яйца. Пиплам-бам-бам-бам.
Professor Sharp's Wigan-Weld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Как подкладываешь. Не знаю, мне подкладываешь нормально. Какие-то булки. О.
Your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Adurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? One answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Сварите зелья.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it!
Oh! Dragon's Tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Okay.
I think each of us has had an excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Зелье варенье. Давай. Тебя ты, нет? Куда дальше? Чего Уизли?
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise, fewer explosions.
Так, мне куда опять идти надо? Задание. Вернитесь, встретитесь. Ой, ну давай встретимся. Такая коллекция. Растения, растения. Землеварение. Землеварение. Мех на ворняге. Ворняги. Интересно. Так, что тут еще есть? Dead Inside. Да уж, Dead Inside, конечно, из меня тут еще.
My robes are going to reek from Garry.
Revelio.
Ничего нет, кстати, не знаю, тут. Тут что? Конечно же, тут есть сундучок. Здесь куда нельзя пройти. То есть у меня еще будет какого? Как там открывать замки-то забыл. Лохомора? Нет, не лохомор. Так, это ли мой друг, нет?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
Страница в Хогвартсе. Да, я не смог зайти, я не понимаю, как открывать эти штуки. О, 9 уровень.
I really have made a mess of things.
Да. Не смотрелся, никуда пошел.
Revelio.
Тут вот что-то.
It's impossible to do all of the homework.
Incendio.
During my weekly visits to their rooms, I find I'm more comfortable around plants than people.
Revelio.
What does it matter whether we... How nice to see you, my young friend.
I just want to be a baker on Carnaby Street.
Привет, привет.
I don't think that even requires...
О, Ганда, блин. Ганда. О, Ганда. О, играют. Бадминтон. Куда это меня ведет? Куда идти-то? Куда это? Сюда?
Revelio.
Нет. Ну прям. Хогвартс. Крутой. Хогвартс это круто. Хогвартс это класс. А кто не согласен? Кабинет по изучению тварей. Это мне как раз надо.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm
Revelio.
included.
Не пугай меня, я пуганый. Я к ней переместиться не могу. Карта мира. Хрен там, я еще не был. Понятно. Побежали, значит. Какио.
Revelio.
А тут человек вот наверху. Интересно. Это секретик? Нет? О, что-то куда-то наверх что-то идет. Это башня. Не помню, что за башня. Опять мы вот. Нет? Не кажется. Когда мне дадут уже какого-нибудь гиппогрифа? Крутого грифончика. Хочу грифончик. Грифончика.
Revelio.
Почему? Грифон.
What are you up to now?
О. Здесь было типа. Интересное.
Revelio.
Козы живут. Собрался где-то какой-то.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
А тут интересное лихолесье, или как там называется. Забыл название.
Revelio.
Запретный лес или что-то такое.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Здорово. Что ты там?
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Off on another adventure, are we?
Чего там? Незнакомки. Давай поможем. Опа.
They must have come this way. Think! I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Well done. I'd advise you not to do that. Incendio.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
В разделе коллекции вашего руководства. Все пропало.
I'm not going anywhere.
You'll take it from my dead body!
You're idiot! Soften and erupt! I hate fun! Stupid. Stupid one. No, don't.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Revelio. Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Интересно, онлайн прикрутят, как думаешь?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Сладкую мальву кинуть. А как ее кинуть?
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Найдите испытание Мерлина. И что за окна?
Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
You got the mallow sweet to work. Now, what to do about these pyres?
Поминальным чё?
Incendio.
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Всё, сейчас.
Merlin's beard! How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
Revelio.
Куда он делся?
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Давай, пока.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Так, что мне надо делать теперь? Задание. Словно мотылек на пламя. Поговорите, ищет ключ, чтобы разгадать. Вот экспеллярмус надо. Инсендио против врагов. Очень. Это оно само по себе, да? Пролог, где они летят-то на этом? Ну да. Плохо. Неплохо. Дракон там, да, такой, уже все дела. Пролетел, подлетел, отрезал, улетел.
Greetings, young Slytherin. Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor Fig. Scrope can help you. And you can help Scrope. Get to the courtyard past the pendulum. If you don't know it, you'll see it easy enough. And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Black.
Последняя надежда Скроупа. Ну давай посмотрим, что там за последняя надежда. Мне, наверное, к тебе можно долететь. Да, могу переместиться. А, ну гоблины, да. Так, что тут уже время.
Revelio.
I can appreciate Hogsmeade all year round.
Единственная записка. Скроп знает, что вы отыскали книгу. Ей чего-то не хватает. Скроп считает, что привлекать лишнее внимание опасно.
Scrope? Who is Scrope?
Понятно, а вот тут что-то.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Lumos. Levioso.
Блин, дай. Что это такое? О. Здесь. Я понял. Вы почти на месте, теперь спуститесь к тэпу. Не знаю.
Pumpkins. Ah, I think I know just the place. Revelio.
Это тоже нужно сюда взять. Или как? Умираю. Привет, когда? Или это баран? Ой, что такое?
Revelio.
Приколдес. Вы из Слизерина, и поэтому сгораете для любопытства.
Down to the water's edge.
Сейчас меня...
This had better not be a trick.
Да, сейчас будет какая-то ловушка.
Revelio.
Это ловушка. Ой, черт. Ладно, доброй ночи. Дейзис тоже уже заканчиваю. Спасибо, что зашел.
Levioso. Accio.
Что-то... Дарил. А вот сюда. Вот. Понятно, что. Здорово.
Thank you for coming all this way. The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Happy to help, especially if you can shed light on the book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries. Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honour her wishes. Scrope would not dare ask a student for help, but when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
How did you know that I'd found a book and that it's missing pages?
Scrope and the other house elves are good at staying out of sight. Scrope hears and sees many things in the castle. Scrope knows how to keep secrets.
Tell me more about this treasured ring.
Oh, it's adorned with the Black family crest. The headmaster would be pleased with Scrope for returning it.
How did you injure your ear?
The Blacks have a tradition of decapitating their house elves when their service is no longer required. One day, dear Apollonia was understandably frustrated with Scrope and got a bit too eager with a cleaver. Scrope was able to convince the sweet girl of his value and now views this small injury as a reminder of her good heart.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages. And...
Ну, а на этом на сегодня все. Спасибо всем, кто заходил. За лайки, за активность, за просмотр. До новых встреч. Пока-пока.